that speaker, isn't it?
Eamon, thanks a million for taking your time out. A really busy week down here. It's been a tough week, I suppose, in these parts for the last 8 or 9 days, but a big game on Sunday. Looking forward. Bray are going to be a huge rock, I suppose, to climb, but you know, we've got to the final. You're looking at them, they're going for 5 in a row. Someone has to stop them, it'd be my thinking on it, you know, and I think Carnew are probably playing some of the best hurling they've played in a couple of years, and they're bang there with a great chance of doing it.
Well, I suppose, yeah, first of all you have to look at what Bray are bringing to the table, and it's a huge degree of experience. Over the last couple of years I've looked at him and seen him developing, you know, mentally, physically. The players on that team there now at the moment that maybe might go through a spell in the game that mightn't be hurling that well, but are well able to manage games. And you know, you have to admire what they've done. You know, that they're going for their 5th county final in a row, and I think that hasn't been done before in Wicklow, I'm not sure, but you know, their facilities, you know, when you have players like John Henderson leading the charge there, you know, we were talking earlier about Owen McCormick, they've a wealth of experience, they've a huge amount of ability, and yeah, absolutely, it's going to be a tough task, but that's why you go to the pitch and train, you know, and that's, you know, it's a good while since Carnew have won a county final. It's a couple of years since they were in one, and you know, you're not going to have one handed to you on the plate, so it is going to be a difficult task, but at the same time it's one that they're all looking forward to. And if you want to end up, when you win a county final, you're able to say that you're the best hurling team in the county that particular year. And if Carnew want to be the best hurling team in Wicklow, they're going to have to beat the best hurling team in Wicklow, and that's what it'll boil down to. And yeah, they're capable of doing it. A lot of things will have to go right for them on the day, but you know, that's why we train. And I wouldn't say we're going up there in hope or anything like that. We are going up. We're looking for a performance, and we'll see where it takes us.
Yeah, and I suppose just, you know, looking back on your results this year, it's been a great year. You know, for me, looking at Carnew hurling, they're playing a bit on the front foot. It's good to watch. They're going at teams. You know, that I suppose the one blot on the copybook was this Bray team in the group stages, but surely those 2 games against Kiltegan in 2 weeks, you know, coming into this final, they'll have to stand you in good stead.
Yeah, I suppose if you look back over the campaign, you know, the last 2 matches we played were against Kiltegan. I think, to be fair to Kiltegan, the second game now, you know, that match could have went anywhere with the conditions that were there that day. But I think what Carnew showed that day outside of hurling was a bit of character, a bit of, you know, the match was gone maybe 2 or 3 times on them, and a bit of luck as well in that Shawnee Germain had an opportunity there for a point, and I think had it went over, I'd say Kiltegan had won that game. But outside of that, you know, they fought back, they got their draw, and I think showed up and showed a bit of character taking the penalties. I remember somebody was looking for a hurl towards the end of that game, and I just reached in to grab one, and it was like a bar soap. I don't know how, you know, penalty takers for a finish would have stood up and took it. I'm not so sure if it was a way to finish a match, but they're the rules and the terms and conditions that are there, so you go by them. In relation to the match with Bray during the championship, I think essentially Carnew created a lot of chances in that match, didn't take them. Kind of lost their way a little bit, lost their shape, and as I alluded to earlier, I think Bray's ability to manage games really shone through in that match, and you could say at the end of it walked out comfortable enough winners without really being exerted. But you know, if we were to look at the glass half full, I would have said that we created a couple of opportunities that day that we just didn't take. Now, you know, that's looking at it purely from a Carnew point of view. I don't know what way Bray would look at it, but I think we did have the chances there. But ultimately, the scoreline reflected, you could say, the difference between the 2 teams on the day, if you were to look at it as a neutral. But as being over the team, I would have been trying to stress to the lads that we did create the opportunities. We didn't take them. I'm not so sure maybe now if we created enough to win it, but I think we created enough to be closer than what we were. And you know, was there an element of Bray maybe taking the foot off the pedal towards the end of the game because there was so much in it? That could have been the case too, and the argument could be thrown out that had they pushed a bit more, they could have won a bit more. So who knows? But that's the match against Avondale, I suppose, showed up a bit of character as well. Things didn't go that well in it. It was a strong, physical Avondale team. I thought a team actually that I think could.
With a bit more work.
I think they weren't too bad now, and probably a bit better than what people gave them credit for, But again, these matches, and I was trying to say this to the guys, they're about trying to get into the habit of winning. And if you look at Bray have won a lot of matches over the last 5 years. And I mean this with the greatest of respect, they wouldn't have hurled well in all of them, but they have learned how to manage matches. And I think if there's one thing that's hugely admirable about them, and something that Carnew are going to have to bring into the repertoire in time, if they're to win the county final, is how to get through matches, and again have a panel where if you pick up an injury or two, that you have guys that are able to step in, and Bray have that as well. So overall, I'd say it was a good championship for Carnew, mixed the good with the bad, but I think we did a lot of good stuff in it, and my hope would be that the lads are able to go into that game on Sunday and express themselves, and because I think there's a lot of good hurlers on that Carnew team, but obviously you're going to be coming up against a team that will be doing their dead living best to stop that happening, but if you're looking at the Carnew team, it's a young team, and there's a lot of players on it that are in the process of learning, and there's a couple of players on it there that are seasoned players that have a degree of experience in it that you'd hope would carry the can. And they did that in a couple of league games as well, where, as I said, we mixed the good with the bad, but we did have players that stand up, and we did have younger players that showed a bit here and there, and you'd be hoping all of that would come together on the day.
Yeah, and I suppose you've pretty much covered everything. You've alluded to it as well. And my big take from the Kiltegan day, in poor conditions, was the character. Like a couple of times against the wind, it looked like that game was gone, slipping away from you. But they dug deep. They got back into that game. It's going to take huge character Sunday, but character of what county finals about. And if those matches have helped in anything, it's building that character in my book. Absolutely,
and the last. As I said, it's for the last good few years, county finals have been scarce in Carnew in terms of winning it. And I've said that to the lads a couple of times. I remember my father bringing me up to Aughrim to see the Rocks and Carnew playing in matches, and that seemed to be the norm, And then all of a sudden there seems to have been a bit of a slide came over the years. That happens in every club, but to stop that, there's an onus on your clubs to develop your underage structures, your underage systems, to spot players, to keep them involved, to get around parents, to keep them coming to the pitch, to bring young lads to games. And I think that's what Carnew arguably are doing well at the minute. They have a very good minor team there at the moment, a couple of guys on it that you'd be hoping would step up to the mark over the course of the next few years. And obviously it's what Bray are looking at, and it's what Bray are doing as well with the facilities and everything that they have up there. So overall, I think it's a huge positive that Carnew are in the county final, and I think if they were able to win it, it would be an absolutely brilliant step in the right direction for them. But an unbelievably tough task to be able to do that. But it's not mission impossible by any manner of means. But it's up to Carnew to be able to stay in that game, so it doesn't become a mission impossible as such.
Yeah, and that'll be my view as well, I suppose. Take them down the stretch, and if they're going to do 5, make them earn it, and that'd be my look on the thing. And
look at, if there is going to be a loser in this game, and if it was a case that Carnew are beaten in it, there's going to be no sour grapes or anything like that here. There'll be a huge amount of regret and things like that. But to see a team win 5 county finals in a row is a big thing. And there'll be no hard feelings or anything like that here. The one thing that Carnew are looking to do is to get the best out of themselves on the day. So when that match is over, every player on that panel that plays a part in the game is able to say that I did my dead living best, and this is where it's got us. And it might get him over the line, and it might not. But don't leave the pitch with regrets. And they're going into a game there the weekend against the best. But sure, where else would you want to be? And if you want to win the county final, you're going to have to play the best, and you're going to have to beat the best. And if you were lucky enough to be able to do that, well, then you could stand back and say we've achieved something, But as I said, I think it's a positive. It's a huge positive that they're in it, because if you're knocked out in the semi-final, you have no chance of winning the county final. And I suppose if you're to look at Kiltegan, there's a team now that I would have said, that have made great strides over the last couple of years, and we're just unlucky this particular time that Carnew did get the better of them. And as I said, that match could have went anyway at all. And it's all pointing good for Wicklow hurling in that you have Carnew competing, you have Kiltegan competing. I think that Avondale Barnderry combination, you have Gleneely there as well. The Pats possibly next year, depending on who wins the intermediate final or whatever the case may be. So, if you could get maybe another one or two teams up, maybe the combination teams like Avondale and Barnderry, that's going to make your Senior Hurling Championship in Wicklow very competitive. And sure, ultimately, who's going to gain by that? Wicklow GAA with a very good senior hurling team. That's what you're looking to do.
Yeah, and look, again, I'm going to leave you be now. I've annoyed you enough for today. The very best of luck on Sunday. Hope everything goes well for you and the lads. And thanks for taking your time out this week again. And like I said, best of luck. And I hope it all comes together for you.
No problem, Emmet. Yeah, hopefully we'll talk after the game.
Next up, we have Bray Senior Hurling Manager Paul Carley. Paul, thanks a million for taking your time out. Again, as we said to all the lads, it's a very busy week for you. Thanks for finding the time to have a quick chat with us. I suppose, we'll look back before we look forward. A good run through the group stages. Under a bit of pressure, maybe the first day against Kiltegan, but big wins against Avondale, Barnderry, Carnew, Aughrim, Gleneely, and then set you up for a semi-final tilt with Gleneely again, and a really impressive win in that one as well. Things seem to be running really well for this Bray outfit at the minute.
Yeah, look, things were going well. We didn't really know where we were going into the first round against Keenan, with so many lads in with Wicklow, and then we had probably 15, 16 lads playing dual, so we kind of went into it a bit blind, and realistically we got a bit of luck on the day because the way Kiltegan played, they kind of live on the edge with how hard they work, and we got two unfortunate yellow cards that turned into red, and that kind of gave us a bit more space and a bit of freedom, and we ran out winners. And after that we kind of picked up pace, and you're trying to juggle it all between hurling and football and not get too many injuries, and we left a few lads off during the championship at times when we could, and it brought us to a semi-final against Gleneely. And again, the first half was very tough, and we just kind of seemed to break away a bit in the first 10 or 15 minutes in the second half, and ended up winning it.
Yeah, and I suppose that's kind of been a trademark of this Bray team under your tenure, is that I think we call it the third quarter burst. It seems to come, teams could live with you for that first half an hour or 35, 40 minutes, but the lads seem to, their conditioning and everything is at a huge level. They seem to be able to just kick away in that 40, around the 40th minute. It's great. But then I suppose the plus side of that as well, you have a really strong panel built up in Bray there as well. Great players that can come in and do a job. When one lad has emptied the tank, you have equally as good a player coming in.
Yeah, look, it's not something we really plan on the third quarter. It just seems to happen in a lot of games that we have a good 15 minutes after half time. But I think a lot of it too is, as you said about a panel, like our players know that you can go as hard as you can for 40, 45 minutes. That there's 5, 6 lads on the bench ready to come in and finish the game for 15, 20 minutes. So there's no holding back in any part, So that's probably a big plus, that we have that panel and we have that bench. But it's something that's developed over the last 5 or 6 years. When I came here first, we didn't have that bench, and as you said, we're in the intermediate final as well, which is a massive help. So there's always competition for places, and you have good 15 on 15s in training, so lads get a chance to impress in trainings at times. You only have matches to impress, but look, we have 3 weeks in between the semi-final and the final. I know 2 of them were football, but we still had a chance to play 15 on 15 and give lads a good chance.
Yeah, and it's huge. I spoke to Paddy as well about that. We know from our own experience down in Carnew in the early 2000s, we had teams the same, your intermediate and senior team going well. And it's a huge plus this time of the year, those numbers in the field and driving standards all the time. And even for drill work, numbers are huge because lads can go really hard and get their break during it. It's a massive, massive plus.
Yeah, it is a big plus. It is, and it's something we don't take for granted. It's something, again, over the last 5 or 6 years and before I come up along, that we've worked really hard over the last 10 years to develop that and get that, and it's a big plus too when you see your lads and our lads again in the minor final, and they're looking at these training sessions and to see it and to see what they have to look forward to. So, it's a case of keeping everyone eager and keeping everyone on their toes, adds into everything.
Yeah, and that's it. And I suppose then looking forward to Sunday, Carnew have worked their way into a final. Huge performance from them. Showed probably great character in that semi-final in poor conditions. I know went to penalties. Not my favourite way of finishing the match, but that's what was agreed, I suppose, and you can't do anything about that. But Carnew are going to bring a huge battle, huge intensity to you, as they always do on Sunday, and you can't take your eye off the ball there.
No, we certainly can't. And I remember talking to Brendan Lawrence last year after the championship, and I said that the hardest team we played, and I thought the most improved team was Carnew. We played them in the league part last year, and realistically at half time they probably should have went in 6 or 7 up. They just weren't clinical enough on the day, and we came out in the second half and we took our scores and Carnew didn't, and we ran out I think 7 or 8 point winners, but there wasn't that in it, and I think again they've added on to that this year. They have a couple of young lads that are that year older, and I think they developed on what they've done last year by bringing in Emmet, and he kind of upped it a bit. So we're under no illusions. We're in for a massive test the weekend. I honestly do believe over the last 2 years they're the best team we played in Wicklow. And that's not disrespect to any other team. It's a respect to Carnew and how much they've come on, I think, in the last 2 years.
Yeah, and I suppose it's not something, this won't air until Sunday anyway. It's not something, I suppose we can't not mention the 5 in a row at this stage. It's the fact that it's there, you're going for it. It's history. I know you're probably trying to play it down to the lads as another match, another final or whatever, but, it's a massive position for the club to be in. As you said, the work they've done, in the minor again, in an intermediate again, it's a huge pat on the back for Bray, the work they've probably done 15, 20 years ago that they're in this position now.
Yeah, look, you often hear about teams going for however many titles in a row. I listened to Carl O'Sullivan after Ballygunner game, and he said that they never talked about 10 in a row. Look, that's nonsense. There's no point in saying any other reason. It's there and it's in the background, and we're trying to focus on Sunday. And you don't look at it as a pressure. You look at it as a massive privilege to be in the position to go for 5 in a row. So I just think putting it in the background and saying we don't talk about it is nonsense. But it's not our focus. Our focus is Carnew on Sunday. If the 5 in a row comes with that, great. If it doesn't, we get up the next morning and life will carry on. So it's a case of, we spoke last year of everything was play the game, not the occasion. And it'll be the same for this weekend. 5 in a row won't be mentioned and hasn't been mentioned the last few weeks. And it won't be mentioned coming into Sunday. It'll be just purely how we can beat Carnew and what way we're going to go about it. And everything else will look after itself after that. If we lose, Carnew will be the better team. There'll be no excuses from our side. If we win, it'll be great.
Yeah, look, as I said earlier, thanks a million for taking your time out there this evening to have the interview. I'd love to wish you all the luck in the world on Sunday, but yeah, I might have to mind myself down around Carnew if I done that. But you know what I mean, anyway. So, well, thanks again for taking your time out.
No, look, thanks very much to you. Look, I don't think he's really get enough credit for how much he's trying to promote the game. And I think what he's doing, even the build up to this and the semi-finals and other games and last year, it's massive. Like, I just think yourself and Brendan Lawrence and everyone that's putting time into publicising the game, that's so important, and people don't realise that. Or sometimes we criticise the media and we criticise different things, but since I've been up here, I think he's been excellent on promoting the game and trying to grow it. So thanks for that.
I know, and thank you, and thanks a million. It's easy to do with lads like yourself that give your time as well. So thanks a million for that, and we'll see you Sunday.
We'll see you Sunday. Thanks, Emmet.
Get out of your way and shut up.
You're all very welcome to Aughrim here for the Lightning Protection Ireland Senior Hurling Championship final between Bray Emmets and Carnew Emmets. Bray going for that elusive 5 in a row. Carnew looking to preserve their tradition. They already hold the 4 in a row, so they'll be looking to preserve that tradition and not let Bray make history here today. Perfect day for hurling here, to be fair, for October. As Billy alluded to there, with Billy Cuddihy on co-commentary with me, he alluded there in the warm-ups, just the pitch just cutting up a little bit there where some of the heavy traffic was, but apart from that, they're in really good nick. Billy, look, this Bray team, what more can you say about them? They've been absolutely over, I suppose, the last 10 years, they've been the standout club team in hurling in Wicklow. They've, you know, a bench, they have it everywhere, you know, they've 23 or 4 hurlers there to come on. Carnew will put up a stern resistance today, but it's very hard to look past Bray, I suppose.
Yeah, look, if Bray turn up, I don't see them being beaten, and that's no disrespect to Carnew. They just have so much right through the team, and they've 5 lads on the bench with county experience, so, and 1 or 2 other younger lads like Brian Nesbitt, who I'm sure will don the county jersey in time, and not too long at that, I'd say, either. So yeah, Carnew would need everything going their way, and Bray would need to falter a little bit if there was any kind of, in my opinion, if there was any kind of.
Yeah, look, I suppose we're looking on even, you know, the stats this year, the way Bray have went through their group, winning all their games, you know, and Carnew just with that one loss to Bray, to be fair, came through a huge battle with Kiltegan in the semi-final as well. You know, Bray have almost freewheeled their way into this final, the huge win in a semi-final against Glenealy, 217 to 8 points, as we said. Carnew drawn with Kiltegan and winning on penalties. You know, it's one of those, but that's the way county finals can go sometimes, you know. I suppose from a Carnew point of view, you'd like to just get them down the stretch and make them think about 5 and keep them honest.
Yeah, well, like Carnew, we're not going to fear it anyway. You know, a huge tradition in Carnew, obviously, with county finals. So if they could get that game into a bit of a dogfight and keep the scoring down and not have a straight shootout with Bray, they'd fancy themselves, and we'd all love to see that happen, because we'd have a game in our hands then, and then Bray's mettle would really be tested to see, you know, when it comes to that crunch time at the end of the match, would they push on. Again, I think a lot would have to go right for Carnew to do it, but they do have some excellent hurlers in Jack Doyle, Hodge Dorn, you know, that are well capable of causing that kind of damage.
Yeah, look, and I suppose the 2 teams are in the parade here now. We're going to give you a quick run through the teams. We've Carnew up on your screen first. In goal, Robert Fitzgerald, John Young, Conal McRae, Martin O'Brien, the full back line, Aaron Kinsella, James McGing and John Doyle in the half back line, Justin House and Adrian Myers at midfield, Pádraig Dorn, Wayne Kinsella and Jack Doyle in the half forward line, Dan Redmond, Owen Kavanagh, and number 15 John Doyle is replaced by number 21 Tommy Collins. Bray also have one change, which I'll give to you now. In goal for them is Conor McNally, Ben Carney, Carl Lacey and Sean Maloney in the full back line. Aaron Murphy replaces number 5 Shane Lone. John Henderson and Dara Henderson make up the half back line. Luke Maloney and Dermot Masterson in midfield. Davy Maloney, Mark Lennon and Ron McMahon in the half hour line. And Owen McCormack, Christy Morehouse and Mikey Boland in that dangerous looking inside line. I suppose Tommy Collins being named at 21, Billy, could possibly tell you maybe Carnew are going to play with a sweeper.
Yeah, I'd imagine Eamon has looked at that, and you know, Tommy's an out and out defender, so like sits in the pocket, whether he's the one who sweeps or he's the one who's picking up and someone else, maybe Martin O'Brien or somebody, plays the free one. I'm not sure, but certainly looks that way, all right.
Yeah, it does indeed. As the teams come underneath us here, a huge crowd from Bray underneath us and Carnew. They're cheering on their players on both sides. As we said, Bray looking to do the 5 in a row, which has never been done. It's huge. Our big match referee for the day doing his first final is Liam Keenan from Aughrim. A huge day for him. It's been a huge year for the Keenans in regards John Dunn and All Ireland. Kieran Goff and John Keenan, their 2 linesmen. He's ably assisted on the line as well, so we're just about getting ready. We're going to have, looks like we'll have our national anthem.
Finish. Yeah. Encouraging. Shafty. The no more Ovish. Please stand, everybody, for a moment of silence.
It's a minute's silence for Jim the Bear Dorn.
Our moment of silence today will be for James the Bear Dorn of Carnew Emmets. James was a well-known Carnew clubman who filled virtually every position in the club over the years and was central to all club activities right up until his untimely passing 2 weeks ago. He was also a highly talented actor who won 4 All-Ireland score titles in novelty acts. You can read more about his achievements on page 47 of the programme, but needless to say, he will be missed by all in Carnew and Wicklow GA circle. Yesterday, Gorev and Anam Dealish.
May the sod in Tomahawk rest lightly on your chest. We're about to have our national anthem.
We'd ask you to remain standing and show due respect for our national anthem, Our On the Bean, sung today by Fiona Crohor from the Archer Geraldines Club. Fionn won the score competition in 2022. Gormaga. Shin na fina fo ataf we galegen winda slu hatina onikum fwe buit veser shantir ashin shefa mi Aughrim fwyntir on off we troll anot a hens a barn a whale like yaller whale con bosh no sail like on a script we love but not be late solid honey
We're just about ready to go here in the Lightning Protection Ireland Senior Hurling Championship final between Bray Emmets and Carnew. Both teams just getting ready to line out in their positions. Bray just finishing off their warm-up here. We have people listening in from all over the world here today, but just a quick shout out to Jennifer Ryan in Abu Dhabi who's listening in and supporting Bray. We are just about ready to rock and roll, Billy. As you said, a lot will have to go right for Carnew here to hold this Bray juggernaut, but that's what county finals are about. Anything can happen in the next hour, and we're going to find out shortly.
Yeah, I'd love to see a good start for Carnew to turn this into a real game. And you know, if they could get a few scores on the board early and kind of rattle the break cage a little bit, we might have a game in our hands then, and that's what we're all hoping for, really.
Here you go, Liam Keenan, our referee, is getting ready to throw the ball in here. Doesn't look to be any major positional switches. Tommy Collins has gone back into that defence at centre back, it looks to be. Carnew have only 5 forwards up. So we'll see in a second. Billy's having a look around. The ball is in and the game is on. First blood to Bray as they kick the ball forward. Comes to Mark Lennon. Lennon goes off in a little solo run. Pops the ball down the line looking for McCormick. McCormick marshalled by Martin O'Brien. O'Brien wins the first battle. Gets the ball to Jack Doyle. Doyle solos with the green helmet. Makes space for himself. Strikes the ball long into the inside forward line. Goes through the hand of Owen Kavanagh. Breaks in behind him. Wayne Kinsley is first to react. Gets the ball. Pops it out to Pádraig Dordan. Dordan steps inside his man. Has a look up. Plays away and passes the ball inside to Adrian Myers. Just overruns it, gets the ball to John Doyle. Doyle pops it back out to Wayne Kinsley. He was waiting for that one, and a Bray hurl gets to it. Again, the Bray men get numbers back there as Dara Henderson gets the ball back to his brother John, and a boom and clearance from that man Henderson long down the field. Looks for Mikey Boland. Boland is out in front of John Young here. Gets to the ball first and takes on Young. It's all opened up inside. Martin O'Brien looks to get back to cut off, but Mikey Boland's away. Shot. Oh, brilliant save by Bob Fitzgerald. The goal is back to McCormick. McCormick lifts, strikes and buries the ball in the back of the net. A goal for the Bray men, just like Carnew didn't need. They coughed up possession on their first attack. Bray were down the field and Mikey Boland streaks through. Great save from Bob, but Owen McCormick follows it up.
Yeah, we mentioned in the semi-final last week how well marshalled Mikey Boland had been, and we kind of feared that there would be a backlash now for Carnew in the final. And there you are, first ball in, he turns John Young, and God, he left them all in his wake.
Long poke out from Bob Fitzgerald. Ball breaks underneath the stand. It's got to by a Bray hurl. Aaron Murphy's over there. Dara Henderson's over there. But Pádraig Dordan comes up with the possession. Does really well. Wins the ball. Pops it inside to Adrian Myers. Myers on the move. Doesn't bring the ball with him down. The Bray jerseys converge around him. It's Aaron Murphy gets a stick in. There's 2-3 Bray men there. Luke Maloney gets the ball away. Does enough to just... It's a loose hand pass. Gets his hurl to it the second time. Again, Carnew get numbers around the ball with Dan Redmond. Justin House picks this ball up. Solos up underneath the scoreboard. 21 yards out. Has a look up. Ball breaks off his hurl. Wayne Kinsley gets out there, does well, breaks the tackle, long loopy hand pass. It's a dangerous one and it's tipped away from Jack Doyle by Aaron Murphy. Murphy goes to ground. Referee is letting this one on. There's nothing to be left by either side out there at the minute. But Carnew get the ball into their possession, but it's robbed away by Dara Henderson again. Long clearance from Henderson down the field. Martin O'Brien first to the ball in front of Owen McCormick. Does well O'Brien, but he needs help. Christy Morehouse is out there. Hand passes the ball away. Pádraig Doran runs into Christy Morehouse after he got his hand passed away. It'll be a free to Bray, and Christy Morehouse is on the ground with hectic start. Referees letting this one go. That's what we wanted, Billy.
Yeah, that was a late challenge, all right there, but we were wrong in the start. John Doyle has pushed up into centre forward on John Henderson by the looks of it, so Carnew aren't playing the sweeper, they're man marking John maybe.
Yeah, it looks to be the way they're going. It'll be a free to Christy Morehouse when he gets up and when he's ready. We have 3 minutes just about on the clock here. Carnew have no score as of yet. Bray have a goal. Carnew have had a couple of chances of scores, but they've coughed up possession. Dermot Masterson takes the free. Christie wasn't able to take it. He's getting gingerly to his feet at the far side. Carnew worked the ball back to Bob Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald takes this one, goes a huge long puck looking for Jack Doyle underneath. Brilliant hurling by Aaron Murphy. He's obviously been put there to mark him, and away goes Davy Maloney. Maloney solos with the ball. He's under 45. Hand passes it out as far as Mark Lennon. Lennon goes low to pick it up. Doesn't quite get into his hand. Tommy Collins tackles. John Young is there. Away comes Young with the ball. He ships 2 heavy tackles. Gets the ball out as far as James McGing. McGing is blocked down though. Bray, huge pressure on the Carnew ball every time they're coming away with. It's into the hands of Aaron Murphy. Dan Redmond tries a hook but doesn't get there. Stick on that one from Justin House, takes it away, but only into the path of Owen McCormack. McCormack is tackled by Pádraig Doran over there. McCormack gets the ball at the second attempt. It's into the hands of the Aaron Kinsler back there. Kinsler does well, gets the ball out to Pádraig Doran. Doran launches a huge ball down the field.
Bray bodies there though.
With a lot of Bray bodies around there. Is right, there's Dara Henderson, there's Luke Maloney. Carnew try to get numbers around the ball now. It's into the hands of Shawnee Maloney. He clears down the field. Pádraig Doran is underneath this one. Again, there's Bray bodies there everywhere. Again, there's heavy hits going in. Tommy Collins comes away with this one, takes a shoulder off. Mark Lennon pops it away to Aaron Kinsler. Kinsler gets the ball down the field as far as James McGing. McGing has a look up, checks himself and clears the ball long down the field. A huge clearance from into the path of Wayne Kinsler. Kinsler, heavy tackle goes in there. Kinsler picks up the ball, has a look, fires this one high. Is it good? It's gone to the left of the post and just gone wide. And Carnew looking for that first score, I suppose, just to settle things down. Doing lots of things right, but they're just not getting the end product.
Yeah, that was a better ball into the corner. Obviously Bray flubbed back to bodies, and they're going to have to avoid the centre back position if they're going to get their forwards on the ball.
Ball breaks down off Mark Lennon. It goes as far as Davy Maloney. Carnew again get bodies there. Adrian Myers there. Tommy Collins is there. Owen McCormack, Ronan McMahon is there. They try to win the ball. It's loose. It's Jack Doyle who picks it up and pops the ball away as far as John Young. Young is 65 yards out. Shoots. It's going to drop short. This one drops into the grateful arms of Conor McNally. McNally has a look. Clears the ball right out to the line here looking for Aaron Murphy. Jack Doyle is in a foot race there, but Dermot Masterson just nicks in and takes the ball away from him. Gets the ball back. It's Justin House. Gets a hurl in. Masterson goes around. Luke Maloney goes around. Comes up with possession though. Gets the ball from Dara Henderson to John. He just gets a boo on it and gets it as far as Aaron Murphy. Long ball down the line. James McGing is going to win the race to this one. Picks it up. Tries to step around Mark Lennon. Lennon tackles away. Loses his hurl. Tries to block him with his hands, but it doesn't work. It's a long clearance down the field. Carnew just behind John Henderson there as he comes out with yet another ball and fires it down as far as Owen McCormack. Ronan McMahon is inside him. It's wide open again. Carnew have left no one home. A shot. Bob Fitzgerald again. He didn't really hit that well. Fitzgerald stood up well, and Carnew are wide open there for the second time in just 6 minutes. It's maybe something they'll have to work on and try and close that door, Billy, because they can't be coughing up chances like that.
Yeah, they were lucky. McMahon tried to play it into the ground and it was a bit soft and it just popped up nicely for Bob. Bob did well, just stood his ground and got off the hook. Ball
is into Wayne Kinsler. Kinsler does well now in front, pops the ball to Jack Doyle. Doyle hits this one high and hits it over the bar. It's Carnew's first score of the game. It's a 2-point game. It could have been very different had that one-on-one from Ronan McMahon went different, but as we said, Carnew have coughed up a few chances now. Bray have coughed up a goal chance at that end. Long puck out again from Conor McNally. Huge ball right down into the heart of the Carnew defence. Ball breaks off a Bray leg there. Dermot Masterson picks it up at the second attempt. Pádraig Doran tries to dispossess him. Good play from Masterson. Little ball in as far as Christy Morehouse. He turns Conal McRae. He fires it high and up and over the bar. It was a good ball in. That's what Christy does. Drops the shoulder and fires the ball over the bar. Good score from Bray. Yeah, McRae's going to have his hands full there now. Christie is seems to be shooting well. He will, if that type of ball keeps going in as well. It'd be very hard to mark, as you well know, Billy, in the full back line. If that quality of ball comes in, there's very little you can do about it. Ball breaks around the half forward line here as Pádraig Doran hunts for it. Dermot Masters, and over there's a huge ruck of players as Carnew look to come up with possession. Bray do what they do so well. They don't this time. Actually, it's Adrian Myers comes away with, gets the ball to James McGing. McGing fires the ball in looking for Wayne Kinsella. Kinsella out in front again. He's done well in the opening stages of this match, but if two men on him, he needs support. Bray getting numbers back there. One of them is Davy Maloney. Again, there's a ruck for possession. Who will come up with the ball? It's Davy Maloney comes away with this, breaks the tackle, met with a shoulder from Aaron Kinsella. Looked alright from here to me, but I thought it was shoulder on shoulder. It was a heavy bang, but
it was a big hit, but I don't think
the referee Liam Keenan was right on it, in fairness to him, so he had a good view. He was bang there, so he'll just
it's so good coming out of those rucks. Low centre of gravity gets in over the ball and wins the dirty one.
Comes away fast as well, to be fair. So we've had the opportunity of a replay there. Didn't, as we said in the first match, it's one you'd like to get, but one you wouldn't like to be given against you. It's Christy Morehouse. He's about 60 yards out from his own goal. It's pretty centrally shooting down into the town end here. Christy has a look at this one, gets a good strike at this one, but it seems to be drifting to the right of the post and wide. It's gone wide. Unlike him, it's a long way out, but just didn't quite catch it. 8.5 minutes gone. It's 1-1 to Bray. It's a point to Carnew. In the Lightning Protection Ireland Senior Hurling Championship Final, Bob Fitzgerald goes long down the field. Huge puck from him again, looking for possession around that half-hour line. Carnew ball breaks. It's Ronan McMahon and James McGing go for a good play by McMahon. Somehow got that ball up under pressure and he's away. Opens up the legs, gallops away. Justin House tries in vain to try and hook him, but he's... player gone to ground there. I followed the ball. Billy, did you see?
No, I don't think there was maybe the contact in the initial attempted hook, but there was nothing after the ball, I don't think.
So, he's going to speak to Justin House. Justin House has shown the first yellow card of the game on that one anyway. It was kind of a wild attempt at a hook. He must have clipped him with it. He must have clipped him. There was a wild attempt at the hook there. Yeah. And it is a yellow card for Justin House. Ronan McMahon still feeling the effects of that one. As we said, 9.5 minutes gone. Christy Morehouse will have a free about 48 or 9 yards out from the Carnew goal. Very little wind to speak of, which is unusual for October in Aughrim.
Yeah, it's a cracking day for hurling, lovely and calm here. There's no benefit of playing either way, but you couldn't ask for better, really.
Couldn't. It's perfect conditions for the time of year. Christy Morehouse sizes up his options here. There's only one option in his head. It's over the bar. Bends, he lifts, he strikes. He seems to strike it well. It's high. Bob Fitzgerald looks up over his bar and it's gone to the left and wide. I thought by the way, Bob, I usually go by the keeper. By the way he looked up, I thought it was over the bar, but it's a wide. Very unlike Christy. A couple of missed opportunities there. Robert Fitzgerald goes long down the field again. John Henderson's under, ball breaks away again. Bray first to that break. It's picked up there by Luke Maloney. Maloney gets that ball and drives it long in. It's 1-on-1 inside. It's dangerous inside. It's came off the leg of the defender. Mark Glennon is not happy that he didn't get free there. I think he went to ground a bit easy, if I'm being honest. If he'd have stood up,
he might have been looking for it.
If he'd have stood up, he might have had an even better chance of being in on goal. As the ball breaks in the other half-forward line, it's John Henderson. Henderson picks it up like he always does. He drills the ball down the field, but it's only as far as Jack Doyle. Doyle read this really well. Lovely step inside, but just enough of a touch on the ball there to get it away, and flicks a little pass out to James McGing. McGing in space now, about 40 yards out, just inside the 45. Has a look, turns inside, fires the ball. It's dropping in down. There's no one home. Owen Kavanagh tackles Conor McNally. Out comes the ball as far as John Henderson. He clears the ball down to 50 yards out. Off the hand of Adrian Myers, falls to John Doyle. Doyle has a look, fires the ball in again. There's nobody home. Conor McNally will deal with those all day long. Takes the tackle from Dan Redmond and clears his lines. A huge clearance down the field. Ball is caught though by Tommy Collins. Collins steps outside, had a man inside, but he's coughed up possession. Again, the hard work of Davy Maloney there has to be credited, and Christy Morehouse picks the ball up deep in his own half here. Morehouse wearing 14, solos away with the ball and fires the ball. Dangerous looking ball in front of Mikey Boland. Boland on the 21 has a look. He steps around Martin O'Brien, turns onto his left, fires it high and fires it over the bar. And as we said before, when that type of ball is going in there, it's very hard to play against, but Mikey Boland looks on fire today.
Yeah, his favourite left. He loves coming around on that side and he very rarely misses on it. Just Carnew have had 3 balls, I think, dropped into Conor McNally's hand for point attempts now at this stage. They're going to need them 2 over the bar.
1 ball down the field and it's over the bar. That's the difference at the minute. It's 1-2 to Bray. It's 1 point to Carnew. We have 12 minutes on the clock here. There's just a bit of a delay here. Conor McNally is down.
Yeah, he took a heavy shoulder off Kavanagh and then a second one off Dan Redmond, but I think it was the first one might have given him a bit of bother.
Yeah, he seems in a little bit of distress there. He's down, has the helmet off, so as we said, we have just a quick break in play here. You know, for like, I suppose, looking in from a Carnew point of view, they've had lots of real good possession there, Billy. A point is probably not enough to show for how well they've probably started.
No, and there's been a good pace to the game and a lot of good hooking and blocking. Like John Henderson has had 2 balls, by his standards would be poor clearances. Jack Doyle got on one of them and I can't remember who got the second, but you know, for John to be under that much pressure is going to play into Carnew's benefit. But again, they just need to be capitalising on those mistakes.
Robert Fitzgerald pokes the ball long, huge poke down the field. John Doyle picks it up, has a look, gets the ball out as far as John Young. He fires the ball across the field. Again, Carnew just a little slow to react, but it's a loose pull on that one. Dan Redmond gets the ball. One-handed little flick. It's not going to work today. Ball is into the possession of Carl Lacey. Lacey does well, gets the ball out to Luke Maloney. Here come Bray again. Long ball down the field. It's read this time by Conal McRae. McRae gets out in front of Christy Morehouse, fires the ball down the field, looks for Jack Doyle, but Owen McCormack gets in and takes the ball. Really good play by McCormack to win possession, but Carnew get numbers back, take the ball back off him. John Young fires a hand pass out to Jack Doyle. Doyle picks it at the 3rd attempt and has a look up again. He needs options inside. Bray forcing pressure on the ball all the time, as they do. That's their trademark. They work really hard. Ball is into the hands of Dan Redmond. Redmond is floored by a tackle from Davy
Murphy.
It's Aaron Murphy, I think, yeah. And it's going to be a free in, giving Carnew a chance to cut the deficit here. But again, these are hugely intense passages of play. It's probably not the greatest hurling was ever played, but there's huge intensity from both sides.
There's a lot of mistakes there, hand passes going to ground and stuff, but that's just the kind of pressure that's on in that middle third is ferocious from both teams, and just Carnew need this point now to settle them.
Pádraig Doran will step up to this one. Doran just doesn't quite catch it. It goes low. It fires in dangerous, but that man John Henderson is back minding the house, done really well to keep his eye on that one. Long ball back out and it's out as far as Jack Doyle. Doyle fires the ball across to Pádraig Doran. Doran has a look. This time he gets a better strike. This time it's good enough. The umpires are happy. It's high and it's over the bar, and it's a 3-point game here in Aughrim. Just that Owen McCormack goal between the teams. It's Bray 1-2, Carnew 2 points. 15 minutes gone here.
Pádraig Doran wasn't going to make the same mistake twice.
No, he didn't, but he was well found by Jack Doyle as well. Carnew, as you said, you just have to capitalise on those things when they get the chances and take every chance. Long poke down the field again, huge poke from McNally, goes all the way off the hand of John Young though, and fired in by Owen McCormack. It's a good block down there from Aaron Kinstead though, but again McCormack gets in and blocks down James McGing. Ball is in the hands of Mikey Boland. Boland tries to pick the ball up, does pick the ball up under pressure. He's blown for...
John Keenan is signalling and was picked off the ground by Mikey Boland. I think he's right too.
Yeah, it's a call.
Keenan didn't have the angle on it, I don't think.
It's Bob Fitzgerald will come out and take this one. Yeah, it was a low pick up down there, but again Carnew, the pressure on that Carnew clearance was evident straight away there. Yeah, it was a little pick off the ground. Hook is long, huge again from Rob Fitzgerald down the field. Ball breaks into Adrian Myers. Myers gets a hurl, gets a hand on it, tries to pick it up, does pick it up again, needs to get out. Looked like a throw ball from here. It was, he's saying you're always going to be probably caught with the likes of that forward-handed pass. It's just one of those
ones. You have to be very, very clear on it.
Dermot Masterson strikes the ball long down the field again, looking for Christy Morehouse. Conal McRae goes to the ground. Christy loses his hurl, goes back and gets it, loses it again, but there's a free blown in there for knocking the hurl out of his hand. It'll be a free to Christy, but just when he lost his hurl, he had a step on Conal for a second. It looked to be more dangerous than just a free.
He did, yeah. Take the point. If he had gone around with the hurling hand there, you could have had it opened up again. So, yeah, McRae is those arrowed balls into the corner by Dermot Masterson, quick ball off the free, and you know you're out on the right sided forward. You're going to be in trouble from the defender's point of view. Yeah,
this to put Bray 4 points up here. It's 1-2 to 2 points. Christy Morehouse right in front of us here. He's about 24 or 5 yards out. Should be a simple one enough for Christy. It is a simple one enough for Christy. It's high and it's over the bar. It's 1-3 now to Bray. It's 2 points to the Carnew men. Eamon Scallon has a quick chat with Adrian Myers. Puck out from Bob Fitzgerald is drilled out as far as John Young. Young picks this one up and has a look, puts the ball in the hurl again. Bray are very quick though to get to the man in possession. If you have time, you should nearly use it. Away up the field, gets the ball as far as Jack Doyle. Doyle pops the ball off to John Doyle of the U3. Back out as far as Jack Doyle. Doyle swings this one, but it's gone to the right of the post and wide. And again, you sort of get the feeling you'll have to be taking all those chances against this Bray outfit.
Yeah, you're going to need to be keeping the scoreboard ticking over, and 2 points is a little bit of a concern for Carnew now.
Ball again breaks in that half back line. It's Ronan McMahon's first react. Oh, brilliant pick up. He just spilled it at the last second, but he gets it the second line. McMahon does really well. Good hurl in from Tommy Collins. Gets the ball to Pádraig Doran. Doran looks to try and find his way out of trouble again. 3 white jerseys all around him. Long clearance down the field eventually from Justin House. John Henderson misses this one. It goes past Owen Kavanagh and past Shawnee Maloney. But Kavanagh tries to get back. Maloney does really well. There's a good hurl in from Wayne Kinston. Breaks the ball away. Out as far as John Doyle. He pops the ball in as far as Dan Redmond. Redmond looks to cut back inside. Has a look, steps up, stands up and fires it from a tight angle and fires it over the bar. That's a good score from Dan Redmond.
Yeah, that's very tidy hurling by Dan Redmond there from a very tight angle.
Again, it came though from good pressure from Carnew. Bray looked to be in control of that one. It's 1-3 to 3 points now. Huge puck down the field again from Conor McNally. Hurls her up, it breaks in behind Mark Lennon, and Tommy Collins replay answers the referee as Davy Maloney goes for the ball. Davy picks this one up, gets inside Justin House. He goes in along the end line. Tommy Collins looks to come off. Maloney's still going, he's still going. Again, he's taken with a late shoulder. But I suppose from a Carnew point of view, he got a long way. Someone had to stop him. Like he looked like he was going the whole way.
Stepped very nicely in the first one. He tried it again, and the flick over the head, that's always a dangerous manoeuvre. You're not going to be let in easy there, but I'd say he's feeling that now. I'd say it could be a yellow card here too.
He hasn't pulled the card.
No, he hasn't pulled the card, okay.
I thought it was probably going to be the fact that he was coming in on goal as well. I probably thought he might have got a card there, but Christy Morehouse will take the free. This to put 4 back between them again. As we said, for a man of Christie's calibre, this should be fairly straightforward. Right on a good angle, lifts and strikes this one high and over the bar. It's another score for Christie. It's another score for Bray. It's 1-4 to 3 points here. We've just 19 and a half minutes gone in this first half. Bob Fitzgerald goes long down the field again. Carnew look for possession. Ball goes past everyone. Justin House tries to get a hurl on it. It's loose. It's picked up. And there's something after being seen there. There's a silly free there somewhere. I didn't see what it was, but because Carnew were in possession.
Owen McCormick was running across, and there was a flick went for the ball, I think, to be fair, but caught him across the shin.
Yeah, it's another, because Carnew had actually one possession off that, and it's a silly little free to give away a chance for Christy Morehouse here.
You know, he has that distance in his range, so.
Chance for Christie. He's about 64 yards out from his own goal. He's 6 or 7 yards in from the far sideline. Gets a huge strike ahead. It's dropping in, but it's shepherded wide by Martin O'Brien. It's another wide for Bray. Good few wides on the board for them there now. It's not like him. Christie has missed a few frees, although a couple of them have been long range efforts. Long ball again, long puck from Bob Fitzgerald. Luke Maloney gets in front of Jack Doyle as well. Davy Maloney is there. Heavy looking hit gone in on it. That's a heavy shot gone in on Davy Maloney from Jack Doyle there. Jack could be in a little bit of bother here, I'd imagine. Yeah, looks like he actually led with the hurl there. He could be in a little bit of bother, Jack.
Yellow card would suffice here, I'd feel. Anything more than that would be very hard.
Yeah, he's going to get a card there. It's a yellow card for Jack Doyle. A heavy shot there on Davy Maloney, but again it's another free to the Bray men, and Christie is just right underneath us here in the press box, pretty much middle of the field. He's about a yard or two in from the sideline. The number 14 from Bray lines himself up. Some of the longer range ones he hasn't just quite got the grips with. And this one though, he seems to have struck really well. Oh, it's a big score. Big score from A big score from Christy Morehouse. It's high, it's over the bar. Bob Fitzgerald pucks this one out, long puck down the field. Again, Carnew try to win that possession, but again, Bray have huge numbers underneath it. Ball breaks outside as Luke Maloney tries to pick it up. Again, there's huge intensity, there's huge scrap for this one. John Doyle somehow comes away, but gets the ball to Jack Doyle. Just picked away it off from John Young. Chance here though for James McGing. A little bit of space, chances, plant his feet, strike the ball high and strikes it over the bar. James McGing, the number 6. It's well worked for Carnew, it's a score they needed.
Yeah, that's another good scrap. A few good short hand passes out, and then McGing found himself in the open.
4 points to Carnew. It's 1-5 to the reigning champions Bray. The men going for the 5 in a row. Again, they've worked the ball really well to Dara Henderson. He looks to find Mikey Boland. Boland gets out in front, takes 2 or 3 attempts to pick it on. Just enough for Carnew to get numbers back around the danger. Chance though for Boland to redeem himself, tries to get that ball inside as far as Owen McCormack. McCormack does really well, he goes inside Aaron Kinsler. Chance for McCormack here, he's bearing down on goal. Another chance for a Bray goal, brilliantly saved again by Bob Fitzgerald. Stood up till the last second, done really well, but again Carnew are just living on their nerves down there a little bit. Long ball down the field, John Henderson attacks it, comes in and clashes with Jack Doyle. It's a free to Carnew, and Carnew will be happy enough to have got away with that last one and have a free in, Billy.
Yeah, Bob Fitz did excellently there. Didn't commit, just kept big in the goals, and McCormack was looking for him to come and kind of try flick it by him, but Bob stood his ground, and thank their lucky stars it wasn't a second.
When those Bray runners, the likes of Owen McCormack, Ronan McMahon, when they start opening the legs, Carnew looking all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, like McCormack turned that in the line here, and he's so deceptive in his kind of turn. He had the ball up and he was gone before Carnew could react to it, and then Carnew's sweeper doesn't seem to be, or defence don't seem to be sitting and covering off that, so they're going to have to watch that as the game progresses.
24 minutes gone. Pádraig Doran has a free. He's about 67 or 8 yards out here. Gets this one, strikes it high. It's dropping into the danger area. Won't go all the way. That man, John Henderson, right back underneath. He pucks the ball right back out to Pádraig Doran. Luke Maloney is under. Doran attacks it. Ball breaks in front of him. Ronan McMahon comes across. McMahon done well there to get that ball. Again, hard work from the Bray defence. He tries to break it away. A block there by Owen Kavanagh is not enough as the crossfield ball is fired in. Jack Doyle is in a foot race with Mark Lennon. Tommy Collins gets there. There's a hurling on it. Jack Doyle is taking a heavy knock from Mark Lennon, and Liam Keenan says that's not happy. He's not happy with that. It's a free to Carnew.
Yeah, Jack slid in there to get that ball, and I think he got a bit of a hip to the head more than anything.
As we said, we've just about 24 or 5 minutes gone here. This is a real cagey time in the game for both teams, but for Carnew in particular, because you don't want to concede a big score at this stage. 4 points is not the end of the world.
No, if Carnew could get another score maybe on the board and stop Bray from breaching the defence there again before half time, they'd feel they're in the game at half time then.
Yeah, they would indeed. So again, it's worry for Carnew as Jack Doyle receiving attention here. He's one of their go-to players, has been for the last couple of years. Hopefully he's alright. He's getting up fairly gingerly to his feet. He seems to be okay though.
Shoulder he's holding, I'd say. Once it's not the head, he'll be able to play on. Jack's a warrior, he'll play through it.
He'll play through it, yeah. He's just getting checked out though. There seems to be happy enough. He's got his helmet and he's going. Bob Fitzgerald's came out to take this free. He's about 50 yards out from his own goal. Kieran Goff just wants him to bring it back to 49 yards out. Yeah, so Jack Doyle just up in the play on. Bob Fitzgerald lifts and strikes this one. A huge puck from Fitzgerald is going right into the danger. Is it gone all the way? It is. That's a huge strike from Bob Fitzgerald high and over the air. It's a 3-point game here now in Aughrim. That's a massive score for Carnew to get a massive score from Bob. It's 26 and a half minutes on the clock. 1-5 to Bray Emmets. It's Owen McCormack's goal. 5 points to Carnew, 3 points in this one. Long puck out again underneath, hurled away there by Aaron Kinsa. Ball breaks into Owen Kavanagh. Kavanagh takes it into traffic though, he needs support, gets the ball back to Tommy Collins. Collins fires a long ball down the field looking for Dan Redmond. Redmond is in a foot race over there with Ben Carney. Again, Carney does really well, really solid defending. Dan Redmond gets the ball, looked like he went low to pick it up, but he gets it away eventually out as far as Pádraig Doran. Doran looks to break the tackle, gives it back to Dan Redmond. Redmond just drops inside. Again, huge numbers there. Ball's in the hands of Adrian Myers. Myers lashes the ball in the goal for Carnew. It's in the back of the net. A really well worked move for the Carnew man. Adrian Myers blast the ball to the Bray net. We're level in Aughrim. Good work by Dan Redmond. Good work by Pádraig Doran, and a fantastic finish from Adrian Myers.
Adrian Myers, temptation would have been to take that ball in the hand. He just took one touch back of the net. Didn't give McNally a chance. That was a superb move by Carnew.
1-5 apiece here in Aughrim. A long puck down the field. There's 27.5 minutes gone in this first half. Possession is vital now as the ball goes to ground. Again, there's a huge ruck of players underneath. Ronan McMahon is there. Oh, McCormack, Adrian Myers. They're all around it. Someone gets a loose foot on it. John Young picks up the ball and comes away, but spills possession into the hands of Davy Maloney. Maloney, what he does so well, gets the ball out as far as Aaron Murphy. Murphy turns back inside and has a look. Fires a ball high up, dangerous looping ball in. Bob Fitzgerald gathers it, does really well. Hand passes it out to Conal McRae. McRae goes long down the field, a huge puck, but John Henderson is underneath. John Doyle just does enough to make him not get the primary possession. It's a loose ball off the hurl of John Henderson, and Carnew get numbers back around the ball, but there's a late pull there from Dan Redmond or someone. I think there's a little bit.
Was it a Dan Redmond catch Dermot Masson across the legs as he went to pull away?
Ball is loose there. Yeah, he just takes the legs out from under him, and Dermot probably queuing off as well. A little bit of experience, and he wins. He's free. Just what Bray would have needed.
John Doyle warming up.
John Doyle warming up. Jack Doyle looks to be in bother for the Carnew man.
Jack is carrying that shoulder very awkwardly.
Yeah, he looks to have taken a heavy bang there. So as John Doyle comes in,
Jack doesn't want to come off.
he doesn't want to come off, but he's in trouble. He's
You
even
see the way
holding.
carrying the right shoulder is in bother.
Christy Morehouse, a chance to put Bray back in front after that Carnew goal. He hits this one high, he's connected well, it's high and it's over the bars. A minute to go to half time. Jack Doyle comes off holding his arm. John Doyle Jr. is in. It's 1-5 to Carnew, it's 1-6 to Bray. Just as we approach half time here, it'll be interesting to see. It's been a fantastic first half of hurling from both sides here. Bray out the traps really quick, but Carnew have stuck to their task doggedly. Long ball down the field again. Dan Redmond's underneath, tries to pick it up, gets 2-3 attempts, but Bray just about come away with the ball. Breaks inside to Wayne Kinsley. Kinsley takes on all comers, has a look again, tries to get through, but it's a good tackle there from Ben Carney. Carney does well. Kinsley still after this ball as Bray get numbers back around it. Ben Carney goes down, picks it up. Brilliant play by Carney, but he's blown for over carrying there by the referee Liam Keenan. Again, huge pressure from Carnew, huge pressure on both sides, Billy, but good work there from the Carnew forwards. And I suppose you're back to what we said a couple of times today. It's not one you'd like give it against you, but
no,
that's one you don't
Carnew
mind
was
getting.
trying to come out and Myers stood his ground, and was he deemed to have charged or steps? I'm not sure, but
We have 2 minutes of injury time to be played. We're just ticking into the first one here. Pádraig Doran has a chance to bring Carnew back level here. Steps into this one, fires it high and fires it over the bar. It's 1-6 apiece here in Aughrim. Minute and a half of injury time to go. Jack Doyle has his arm in a sling on the line. That's a big blow. Big blow for Carnew. Long ball down the field again. They go looking at Davy Maloney. Lets the ball run on. No, McCormack does really well, but he turns inside Aaron Kinsley. Good touch back by Kinsley. Oh, McCormack somehow keeps possession. Gets the ball across as far as Dermot Masters. He tried to flick it to Mikey Boland there. It would have came off. There were surely a half goal chance, but Carnew defended and get it away. Ball up the field. It's John Henderson. Charges out of his defence. Solos down the field, steps back inside, needs possession, gets the ball as far as Christy Morehouse. Morehouse cuts back inside. John Doyle chopped down on his hurl. It's a free to the Bray men. It's a free for a chop on Christy Morehouse, and it'll be a chance to put them back a point up.
yeah, very clever by Christie. Just played in across. John Doyle left the hurl across him, and it was a free all day. He's got a yellow card for it as well.
Jack Doyle being replaced by 50, John Doyle.
A Yellow card for John Doyle there. Christy Morehouse will line this one up about 63 or 4 yards out. Again, lifts this one, strikes it, looks to have struck it really well. He has struck it really well. It's a 1 point game here. Bray lead Carnew. It's 1-7 to Bray, 1-6 to Carnew. The 2 minutes of injury time are just about up. Bob Fitzgerald will take this puck, goes long down the field. A huge puck from us right down into the 45. Good hurl on it there by the Bray men. Get the ball away as far as Owen McCormack. McCormack tries to take the ball around Aaron Kinston, gets it at the second attempt, loses his hurl, spills possession. Dan Redmond is over there, ball breaks to Owen Kavanagh. Kavanagh picks it up and tries to get away down the line, doesn't get away down the line though, carries the ball out over the line. But it's the half-time whistle here. A really enthralling first half, I suppose. As we said, Bray out of the traps really quick with that home McCormack goal. You probably feared a bit for Carnew. They got through for another one-on-one just after that. It looked like the floodgates were on to open, but Carnew have been dogged. They've stuck at it, and that Adrian Myers goal gives them a real lifeline coming into the second half.
Yeah, it's exactly what we were saying a few minutes ago. The scores before half-time were crucial, and Carnew popped up with that goal. Bray responded well with a couple of points there, but Carnew are going to feel they're in this game. 1 point game at half-time. They
are indeed, yeah, and as we said, the loss of Jack Doyle is probably going to be a huge blow. When you look, Bray have Pádraig Doyle and these lads to come in. The loss of Jack could be a huge blow to Carnew.
Bray against Glenealy in the semi-final were close enough at half-time, and they came out and blew them away in the second half. That first kind of quarter after half-time is going to be huge, and the third quarter burst or whatever you want to call it. That's where you want Jack Doyle on the field, and it's a big blow for them. But he looks quite uncomfortable with that shoulder, and I don't think we're going to be seeing him again.
No, he's gone in with it in a sling. Look, we're going to be back with the second half here. It's a cracking game of hurling. The Lightning Protection Ireland Senior Hurling Championship Final. It's delicately poised here with Carnew 1-6, Bray Emmets 1-7. Tune back in. Don't go away, because this is going to be a cracking second half. One of our interviews, our Senior Hurling Championship final referee with me is Liam Keenan Jr. Liam, big day for yourself on Sunday. I suppose, look, firstly we'll say it's been a great year already for the Keenan. We've talked enough about John for a while. We'll talk about yourself on this one. Must be a very proud moment to step out in your first Senior Hurling final as a referee.
Yeah, Emmet, thanks for having me on here. Yeah, really looking forward to be given the opportunity to go out on Sunday. It's my first senior hurling final. It's my first senior hurling or football final, really. Really looking forward to getting out there. It's good to have been picked to do it. There's been a new refs admin committee in there, a new refs administrator, and in fairness, they're giving lads chances. So really looking forward to the day on Sunday.
Yeah, and look, I suppose everything comes with it. The referee can sometimes be forgotten about her. Maybe it's better if you are on the day that there's not much chat about you, I suppose. But look, it's a huge day that can't go ahead without you. I suppose, I know John had started refereeing a few years ago, and probably you looked at it yourself and fancied it. It's in the family. It's been a huge tradition among the Keenans. But how did you actually start refereeing yourself?
I finished up playing properly really in 2015. We won the intermediate in 2014, went on, played one more year after that. So it was a year or two after that where I wasn't really involved, wasn't doing much. I'd looked at my dad all through the years. My dad's been refereeing since I remember. Dad's at 50-something years. John started back while I was still playing, and I was looking at two guys. Now, I mightn't have been maybe the easiest to referee myself when I was on the field, so I wasn't sure if it was for me, it wasn't for me. But listen, I got itchy feet. I got word that there was going to be a referee's course in 2016. As was interested to go on it, and I said, "Feck it, I'll give it a go." I went on and done a course in 2016 up in Baltinglass. Refereed a few kids' games that year, and then went on to start refereeing adults in 2017. Listen, I don't know whether it's a family tradition or it's in the blood or whatever, but said just my two brothers, my brother Tom referees soccer in Dublin too. John referees down here, my dad was refereeing. So in fairness, we're all refereeing and have been since 2016 for me, and long before for my dad and my brother. So that's how it started off in 2016.
Yeah, and look, I suppose family tradition or not, personally, I like your style of refereeing. It's no nonsense. You let the game flow. it's what players like as well, and I suppose that's what gets you to these pinnacles of your career. You know, I know yourself, you've had Tar on the post with you, but what's your team for Sunday? You'll probably want to give them a mention as well. It's a big thing, you know.
Yeah, and listen, it wasn't the easiest thing for Sunday because I was actually going through it earlier on there today. I've had 19 umpires with me this year in championship hurling or football. Now I have a core team who the guys that I'd always rely on, but then there's days when this person's not there, that person's not there. So 19 people in championship hurling and football I've used for the year. But in fairness, I have 5 main guys and 4 of them will be Saturday. So Liam Senior's my dad. He'll be on the post. With Christy O'Brien, both from Aughrim. Christy my dad with me since day one really. Chris Kavanagh will be on the other post with Mark Shannon. Chris is there since just about to start as well. And Mark is new enough. Mark's only 19, but he's been with me for the whole year. Mark's probably been there for almost every game as well. And he's got great experience. And standing on the post beside Chris would really bring him along as well. One mention I will give there is Donal O'Keefe, who won't be there on Sunday. But Donal has been with me a lot through the year as well. So they're the 4 guys that'll be there. I've no doubt the guys, you can trust the guys. The guys will tell you exactly what's happening. They'll call you if they need to call you. If they don't need to call you, they won't. Trust a whole lot of them, an awful lot now, in fairness.
Yeah, look, and I suppose, you know, that's a big thing, especially on big days. And, you know, to get to big days, it's a huge thing as well. Have good trust in your team. It's almost like the playing days. If you're going to go all the way, you need to have trust. Like I said, a huge day on Sunday for you. Everyone's excited for it. As a Carnew man looking in, I'll be excited to see it. I know Bray are going for 5 in a row. Yourself and all the lads, I wish you the best of luck. And thanks a million for taking the call there tonight. I know you'll probably have a busy week ahead, but you took time out, and fair play to you.
Not a matter. Thanks a lot, Emmet. Thanks for having me.
Brilliant. Thank you.
No matter.
guess I see you somewhere around. Oh, I guess I see you somewhere around.
You're all very welcome. You're all very welcome back here to Echelon Park in Aughrim for the second half of our Lightning Protection Ireland Senior Hurling Championship final between Bray Emmets and Carnew. It's a 1 point game here. Billy, we've just noticed that Pádraig Doyle is in it.
Wing back.
And
I think it's Aaron Murphy who was made way from.
So it's number 23. Pádraig Doyle is in for Aaron Murphy. Doyle is no stranger to the big occasion. He picked up an injury a couple of weeks ago and he must be just coming back from it. So
yeah, the right hamstring seems to be, or thigh is strapped anyway, so whatever knock he's carrying, we saw him in the warm-up and he was moving fairly well, so he's a big player to be bringing in at this time of the game.
next half an hour will tell us whether it'll be a 5 in a row history making or Carnew's first title in 14 years. Justin House tries to get the ball from the restarters. Carnew hunting packs like they did in that first half, but it's gone the wrong way as Mark Lennon flicks the ball forward in as far as Owen McCormack. A hurling there from Aaron Kinsley just does enough. Dermot Masterson goes to ground. Away comes Aaron Kinsley. Kinsley's foul coming out with the ball. It's the first turnover of the second half is in Carnew's favour, and it'll be a free, and Bob Fitzgerald is coming out to hit this one. Just half a minute on the clock. Surely this can't be within his range, Billy, you'd imagine.
I don't think so, but sure, look, we'll see.
After the one he hit in the first half, in fairness to him,
Kinsley,
he looks like he's going to fire this one down the line, though. He does fire it down the line, looking for Dan Redmond. It's well read by Luke Maloney, though. Redmond tries to get to it. Ben Carney takes a big hit there from Adrian Myers. Pádraig Doyle gets back, gives the ball to John Henderson. Henderson looks to clear, it's loose as the ball breaks outside. Dan Redmond again is on a Carnew, look to win possession, but Ronan McMahon does really well again. The hunting impacts both teams. There's huge ball presence around the ball, but a brilliant pick up by Ronan McMahon, and he's away. Brilliantly blocked down now by James McGee. And McMahon is back on it again. It broke kindly from Owen Kavanagh, tackles him, goes to ground. Ball is in the hands of Pádraig Doyle. He's right out on the sideline. He's carried the ball out over the sideline. The linesman's flag is up. It's going to be a line ball to the Bray men by the looks of it.
I'm not sure. Ben Carney's gone down here after that big hit, but it was superb work back by Owen Kavanagh there to get that block down on McMahon.
It's actually a Carnew line ball, yeah. I was thinking that if anyone carried it out over the line, it had to be Pádraig Doyle there. Minute and a half on the clock. We have Ben Carney receiving treatment down underneath us. The line ball will be taken by Adrian Myers by the looks of it.
Poor Doran seems to have gone into... Is he in the full forward line or playing centre forward maybe, but he's definitely gone a little further up the field in this half.
He's gone further up the field, which it's good to see, but without Jack Doyle around that middle third, you probably thought he would have been out further, but I'm sure he'll be there eventually. The ball just goes up the line off the hurl of Justin House into the path of Mark Lennon. Lennon gets the ball to Ben Carney. No ill effects from Ben Carney. Great touch from Christy Morehouse. He tries to turn Colin McRae. Good strong play by the fullback though. Gets back and gets his body over the ball as breaks inside. There's a chance Bray win possession there. Hand pass out to McCormack. McCormack flicks the ball off his hurl. Is there enough on it? There is, you know. It's high and it's over the bar, and Bray lead by 2 points here with just about 3 minutes gone. It's 1-8 to Bray. It's 1-6 to Carnew. And again, a really well worked score there from the Bray men.
Yeah, McCormack short and stick up lovely there just to get the strike away.
Just got enough on a huge puck down the field. Pádraig Doyle is under, ball hops away and into the hands of Dermot Masterson. Here come Bray. We spoke about the third quarter burst, the long ball down the field. There's brilliantly taken away from Mikey Ball by Martin O'Brien. O'Brien goes to ground and gets his pass away to John Young. John Young fires a long ball down the line looking for John Doyle. He gets out in front, but again Bray have 2-3 around the ball. There's just a little bit more pep in the Bray step there at the minute as they hunt in backs. Luke Maloney picks up that ball, fires it long down the field, again looking for Mikey Ball. Martin O'Brien gets a hurl in back there, reading his Aaron Kinsley. Kinsley comes away with the ball, does really well. The Bray contingent underneath me are not happy for some reason, but Aaron Kinsley needs to get rid of this one. Pops a little pass off into Tommy Collins. Collins steps out around Pádraig Doyle and fires the ball, finds Myers in space. Adrian Myers does well, turns and fires the shot, but it's dropping into the grateful arms of that man Conor McNally. 4 or 5 now in the match so far have dropped in. John Henderson again gets the ball and whips it down the field. Brilliant whip of the ball, attacked though by John Young, and it falls into home. McCormack, he strikes, but it's going to drop into the grateful arms of Bob Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald lines himself up and lashes a huge ball down the field, right down to the 45 at the far side, goes over everyone's head. John Doyle gets it. Adrian Myers nearly got it, but John Henderson comes away and does enough to get the ball to one of his own players. That player is Luke Maloney. There's a foul on a Bray player. It'll be a free to Bray, and again I suppose that'll even one another out, but you know, dropping the ball into the keeper's hands like that, it's almost criminal at this stage, isn't it?
It is. Adrian had Dan Redmond looking for it inside him there as well, and Dan is playing really well today, so I think trying to feed in the lads inside is probably the better option there.
As we said, it's 1-6 to Carnew, 1-8 to Bray. Here we have 4.5 minutes gone. Christy Morehouse has came out from his full forward position to hit this one. He's about 60 yards out from his own goal, just in off the sideline. He's going to go short. He does go short. A long little pass down to Pádraig Doyle. Doyle takes the ball around. John Young does really well. Pádraig Doyle full of running. He's only in at half time, but just didn't bring the ball with him. There was danger there for Carnew. Martin O'Brien snuffs it out. O'Brien gets to his own 21, has a look up and fires a long ball down the field. Again, there's 2 Bray men to 1 Carnew all the time over there. Whatever's going on, Sean Maloney gets to this one first. It's a line ball, but the line ball will be to Bray. Comes off a Carnew hurl, but Carnew don't seem to have their numbers right in that middle third at the minute, Billy.
No, or else Bray are kind of identifying Pádraig Doyle as the danger man, and they seem to be doubling up on him a little bit, but they certainly have the advantage there in the middle.
Cut from Dermot Masterson, goes cross field. Owen Kavanagh will get to this one first. Well, no, just doesn't do enough to get to it. It's into the hands of Ronan McMahon. McMahon won't take a second option at that, but Bob Fitzgerald very cool and collected in there. Gets the ball out to Martin O'Brien. O'Brien fires the ball down the field looking for Owen Kavanagh, but again there's a hurl in there from Dara Henderson. He does really well. Owen Kavanagh turns and fires the ball up the line though into the hands of John Doyle. John Doyle again turns and fires it into Dan Redmond. Redmond out in front. Ben Carney's all over his case, so good play from Carney. Redmond tries to get it at the second, third attempt. Carney and Bray backs converge on him there. There's broken play here now. It's very hard to see where that ball is over there. It's on the ground. Everyone is hunting for it. Liam Keenan's happy enough to let them at. Ball breaks inside out with a group and it's picked up by Pádraig Doyle. Doran gets the ball off to Owen Kavanagh. Kavanagh has a look, fires a high looping ball in, and it's in on top of Conor McNally. He comes out 14 yards, catches the ball, and he finds Dermot Masterson in space. Masterson takes the ball in the hurl. Tommy Collins tries to stand him up, but does well enough and knocks the ball off his hurl. Masterson goes at the second attempt, picks it up, just done enough to take the sting out of the attack though. The Carnew defence there. Ball is into Aaron Kinsley. Kinsley does really well, and Owen McCormack gets back goal side, picks the ball up while he was sitting on the ground, tries to get rid of it though, but the intensity from the Bray tackle is there again. Probably looked like a free on Justin House, but referee says play on again. There's a huge ruck for the ball here. It's coming out, and it's coming out in a Carnew hand. It's John Young tries to gaze clearance away, but it's only as far as Dermot Masterson. Masterson picks it up, whips it high and whips it over the bar. It's a good score. It came from the pressure on the defender, but sometimes you just don't try and clear those balls in those positions.
Yeah, he'd have nearly been better just keeping carrying it there. Dermot Masterson he just always seems to pop up in that little pocket of space, and he did it for the county all year. He's done it for Bray for the last number of years. He's superb at it.
Long poke out from Bob Fitzgerald. 3-point game in Aughrim, the Lighting and Protection Ireland Senior Hurling Championship final. Bray 1-9, Carnew 1-6. Again there's a tussle for possession. It's won by Tommy Collins. He tries to get down the field. He does get down the field and he wins his free, and it's a score that Carnew need. They need a score on the board now in this second half. 7.5 minutes gone in it. It'll be Pádraig Doran to take this free. Just about 60 yards out. He's fairly central to the town goal. Lifts this one and strikes it. Drills it just over crossbar height. It's high and it's over the bar. It's another score on the board. It's a 2-point game here in Aughrim. It's 1-6 7 to Carnew Emmets. It's 1-9 to Bray Emmets. Conor McNally has the ball in his possession. Drills a long puck out, huge, hanging in the air. Again, two players clash underneath. The Carnew player goes to ground as Davy Maloney fires one on the run. He fires it high and he fires it over the bar. That's a really good score from the Bray men. Two players just shoulder going for the ball. The Carnew player lost his footing, but on the run, Davy Maloney, that's an excellent score.
Yeah, he was right running into the corner and everything away from goal. You'd say it's not a high percentage shot, but he made it anyway.
Long ball down the field again. Pádraig Doyle is underneath. James McGinn goes with him. Doyle just gets it hurled to it, keeps it in play, gets it as far as Mark Lennon. Lennon cuts back inside 2 or 3 tackles. Loose hand pass from him though into the hands of Tommy Collins. The ball is at his feet. Took too long to clear there. Bray come hunting again as ever. The Bray pressure on the ball is huge, but Carnew are matching it for the most part. John Doyle gets the ball. That's a loose hand pass as well. Couple of little mistakes starting to creep in on both sides. Christy Morris does really well to take possession. Gets the ball back out to Luke Maloney. Maloney breaks the tackle. He's broke 2 tackles. He's gone through. There's danger here. He's Mark Lennon inside him. Lennon pops up, shoots and blasts the ball wide. Oh, big chance to put possibly a nail in the Carnew coffin there, but a huge chance gone a begging for Mark Lennon there. He did try to do what Hadrian Myers done and just flick it and strike it, but it didn't work for him.
Just ferocious pressure there from both sets of teams, and you can see the mistakes starting to creep in. Loose hand pass from Lennon there, and then another one from Carnew, and right to Christy Morehouse, the man you don't want to be hand passing it there.
Paddy McGinn is coming in for Carnew. John Young is going out. Pádraig Doran is pushing further out the field by the looks of things. So, change on the Carnew side, it's Bob Fitzgerald. Big puck from him again, a huge puck. Possession vital at this stage of the game. 10 minutes into this second half now as the ball breaks down. Bray come hunting again, but it's that man, Davy Maloney. Maloney's away. He's gone away from 2 Carnew men like they weren't there. He strikes another ball on the run, but this time it's gone to the left of the post and wide. A couple of chances there for Bray just to put Carnew a little bit further out of sight, and they haven't taken them, Billy.
Yeah, it's not like him. He's brilliant when he gets that ball up and he runs at you. It's very hard to stop David Maloney. They seem to have dropped Pádraig Doran back there to negate his influence in the last few minutes.
Puck out from Bob Fitzgerald here. Goes long down the field again. Again, Carnew looking for that vital possession, but again, Bray are equal to it. And again, it's a Maloney. This time it's Luke. Picks up the pieces and fires the ball in as far as Christy Morehouse. Morehouse gets the ball out in front of Conal McRae. Goes to ground. McRae done well, but tackle in there from Martin O'Brien as well. Christy's still going though. He's at the top of the D. He's gone away from his man. Gets the ball out to McCormack. Just behind McCormack though. Aaron Kinsta tries to stand him up, but he doesn't stand him well enough because it's high and it's over the bar. It's another score for Bray. It's another score for Owen McCormack, and it's another big score for Rowan McCormack.
Yeah, he's had a few big plays in this game, and that's just another one. Aaron Kinsley did everything right and got him on the wrong side, but McCormack got the shot away all the same.
1-11 to Bray. It's 1-7 to Carnew. We have 11 minutes gone in this second half. Long ball down the field. Breaks again. Carnew are now not winning any of these breaks around the middle third. John Henderson gets the ball, fires it inside to Mikey Boland. Boland takes on his man, has a look, turns on that left hand that Billy alluded to before. It's gone high, this one, but it's gone to the right and wide. And you know, it's all Bray at the minute though, Billy. To be fair, Carnew are completely gone out of the game around that middle third.
Like you've Mark O'Brien had to go over on Mikey Boland. You've Pádraig Doran going back in on David Maloney. I don't know, Carnew losing a bit of impotence going forward then by having Pádraig Doran, one of your best forwards in it at wing back.
But again, I suppose you're back to the loss of Jack Doyle being immense at this stage of the game as well, because that's the kind of ball was sticking in the first half around where Jack is. It's not sticking there at the minute, but Bob Fitzgerald comes with this one, a long puck down the field, straight down the middle of the field. He goes, it's Justin House is underneath, ball breaks away and picked up by Wayne Kinsley. Kinsley on the turn, fires this one high. If that's a score, it's a good one. It's gone to the right of the post and wide though. A score that Carnew could have done with. Conor McNally changes his hurl. He looked to puck this ball way down the field again. He does puck it way down the field. It's a huge one. Underneath it is Pádraig Doran. Mark Lennon jumps across. Brilliant take by Doran. Charges down the field with the ball. His arm is pulled back. He gets an advantage there. There was no advantage accruing. That's the kind of...
Yeah, well, there's the answer to my question. Why do you bring him back there out of the forward so you can do that too?
Just plant him centre back at this stage and see what happens from there, maybe.
Bob Fitz fancies this one.
Bob Fitz does fancy this one. It's about 64 yards out from his own goal. It's about 3 or 4 yards to the right of the post, down at the town end as we look at it. A chance for the goalie to double his tally here today. Lifts this one, strikes it, seems to get good. It's going away to the left though. Huge puck, but it's away to the left and it's wide. And another chance gone a begging. And I suppose with chances, Bray have missed their fair share as well, and a couple of goal chances in the first half. So like it's pretty even.
He's clocking up a little bit on both sides now, but that again, it's the pressure of the game.
Long puck down the field again, huge puck down. Brilliantly taken back there by Justin House. Gets the ball, passes it out to Wayne Kinsley. Kinsley fires a long diagonal, dangerous looking ball in, looking for Dan Redmond. The ball breaks outside, but hurled there just in time for the Bray men, and the backs clear the ball with Dara Henderson clearing this one down the field. It's a long ball, but it's going to be everyone, and it's gone out over the line, and it'll be a line ball to Carnew.
That looked dangerous. Dan Redmond seemed to have broken it down to John Doyle, but the Bray back got in,
just didn't fall,
nicked it away.
Hurl in the right place at the right time and took it away from him. It's a line ball. Pádraig Doran, I think, has gone over to take this one. Cuts this one, goes down the line, but goes out over the line just down below him, and it'll be a Bray line ball now. Dermot Masterson gone over to take this one. As we said, the sting gone out of the game as a whole a little bit, Billy, isn't it? On both sides, I know Carnew were struggling there, but it's a cagey affair.
But those kind of wides have kind of sucked the life out of it a little bit.
Dermot Masterson cuts in a great ball, dangerous looking ball, breaks inside to Mikey Boland. Boland's away, there's danger here, but Carnew get their vents back. Good play from Martin O'Brien and Pádraig Doran, and Doran relieves it with a huge clearance down the field, but that man John Henderson is right underneath, and it's gone out over the line on the far side there. So another broken passage of play there. 15 minutes on the clock, we're halfway through the second half. There's 4 points in it here. As we said, Bray looking to make history and go for 5 in a row here. Carnew looking for their first title in 14 years, looking to stop the rot as it was, but a long ball down, breaks inside again. There's huge numbers around that ball. It's hard to see who's going to come out with this one. Carnew looking to get, but it's picked up brilliantly by Ronan McMahon. He burrows his way through, hand passes the ball off, but he's blown for over carrying. So I suppose that can be seen as good defending by the Carnew men.
Yeah, they had him surrounded. McMahon has been brilliant in the rucks. He's come up with a few great picks, and has been really influential for Bray today.
With the sub coming in here, and number 22 Brian Nesbitt is coming on. Looks like Mikey Boland is gone, so that's a fair day's work for. It looked like Mikey Boland starting off was going to probably put Carnew to the sword on his own, but to be fair,
Mikey turned John Young very early, and I think Amos Gallen took one look at it and put Martin O'Brien on him. So that's a good day for Martin O'Brien.
Good day's work for Martin O'Brien. It's been a good year for Martin O'Brien. Can he top it off though? A win for a senior hurling medal, but the ball breaks out. The loose looking slap there. Dan Redmond tries to get it again. There's a chop in from someone. Yeah, it looked like there was a chop on Dan Redmond. It's a free to Carnew. It's a free they'll badly need here. So want to get a score of only 1 point in this second half, and we're 16 and a half minutes in, but they're not out of sight either.
No, they're not. It's 4-1 after half time, just to make it 4-2 from the second half. But Carnew need to keep that scoreboard ticking over, and they're struggling to do so without Jack Doyle there.
Struggling to do so at the minute. It's Pádraig Doran for Carnew. He's just inside the 45 lines. This one up, strikes it high, and it's gone high, and it's gone over the bar. The umpire down there, the Bray lads were waving it wide, but they're not doing umpire. It's Christy O'Brien put up his hand, and if Christy says it's over, it's over. It's 1-8 to Carnew, it's 1-11 to Bray. 17 minutes gone. Ball is in the air, and Aughrim breaks. Brilliant take by Ronan McMahon. At the second attempt, he tries to get away from 2-3 tackles. Does well to draw in the Carnew man. Mark Lennon cuts back inside, looks for that dangerous ball in to Brian Nesbitt. Brilliant play by Martin O'Brien again. Surely being held, was he? No, this is the referee. He gets away and gets his hand pass away. That's good play by O'Brien. It's a loose hand pass off from Adrian Myers. Falls into the hands of Davy Maloney. He strikes off the back foot. Looks like this one has gone to the left and wide. Is it? It is gone to the left and wide. And Martin O'Brien is having the game of his life back there.
Yeah, that was superb defending by him. I actually think Nesbitt was fouling him. I'll give the fullbacks club the tip of the hat and say he should have had the free there.
The forwards are down on this commentary group anyway. They're in trouble, but John Henderson is not, because he's gone tearing down the field with the ball. Ball is tipped away inside, back into the hands of Darragh Henderson. He is a look, fires a little ball into Dermot Masterson. Lots of space for Masterson. Oh, and that's very uncharacteristic for Masterson, but there's a free. Something silly must have happened here. There's a free given.
Darragh Henderson is holding the hand. Maybe he was.
Must have been a late slap on Darragh Henderson. There was a late slap on Darragh Henderson there on his hand. It's a free which will put them back 4 in front. If Christie can nail this one, it's well within his range. We know that much.
Yeah, you just fear that Carnew don't have the kind of same bite they were getting, the same return from the inside forward line. Dan Redmond is dangerous in there, but they haven't got the ball into him as much in this half.
No, and it's been very well marshalled by we know the Bray defence at this stage. They're set up really well back there, and it's very hard to break
long
down.
Clearance. John Henderson seems to be under or near enough to control the game.
Christy Morehouse right on the 65, just in from the sideline, hits this one high, doesn't miss this one, it's high and it's over the bar. It's 1-12 now to Bray, it's 1-8 to Carnew. 18, just 19 minutes gone in this one. We're getting down to the nerve jangling end of things, but Ronan McMahon gets out in front of James McGing, gets his hurl to it. McGing does enough just to stall McMahon getting away with the ball. The ball is down in a ruck and it's pulled on and gets it away. Tommy Collins gets his hurl to it, gets it back to James McGing. McGing looks to step out of danger, loose looking hand pass, but he got away to Pádraig Doran. Doran does really well, gets through 3-4 tackles, but the ball is pinched away from him. Hurl in there and it's a trip on Dermot Masterson. Masterson went to ground and it'll be a free to Bray. And little half tired tackles really more than anything else. Both sides have put a huge amount into this game so far, the intensity and everything else, but you're starting to see tired little things creeping in now.
Bray are just that little bit cuter at that kind of crunch, and the bit of conditioning they have. Those lads have been training and at this a long time. They just seem to be winning those little battles now that are turning the screw slowly and
2 or 3 yards into the sideline. It's Christy Morehouse. He strikes it well, but is it gone? Is it good enough? It's gone wide. Yeah, they had a bit of a look at it, but it's gone to the left and wide. Keane Lohan comes on for Mark Lennon.
They're going to push hard, dial up.
Long ball down the field again as breaks. There's huge numbers from both teams underneath. Justin House goes to ground, tries to pick it up, has 2-3 attempts, but now the cavalry arrive from Bray. Very hard to win possession there. John Doyle has won possession, gets the ball out to James McGing. A pull on it from Dermot Masterson, bounces back into the path of the fullback Carl Lacey, but he does enough to get to Sean Maloney. Back out to John Henderson, back to Dermot Masterson. They have the answers back there at the minute. It's a long clearance from Masterson. Pádraig Doran gets his hand up, gets it at the second attempt. Brilliant play from Doran, gets the ball out as far as Martin O'Brien. O'Brien gets the ball to John Doyle, tries to just turn and strike it. Christy Morehouse blocks him down. Doyle needs support, he goes to ground. Again there's 3 Bray men to 1 Carnew man around that middle third. It's loose, it's hectic, it's a free to Carnew, and Conal McRae wins his free. That's a big free, to be fair, because Carnew looked to be numerically in trouble anyway.
Yeah, like the lads have played it really well out, and then John Doyle just got bottled up. Conal McRae got the body on the right side and just threw the free. It was cute play by him.
Pádraig Doran will strike this free. He's in the middle of the field, pretty much central in front of the goal. A chance for the Carnew man to close the gap back to 3 and just keep Bray thinking, I suppose. It's high, it looks good, is it? It's gone high and it's gone over the bar. It's 1-9 to Carnew, it's 1-12 to Bray. We've a 3-point game here. We're into the last 10 minutes. We're into the last 8.5 minutes now, because there's 21.5 gone.
When Keane Lohan came on there, Pádraig Doyle has pushed up the centre forward on Pádraig Doran, so it'll be a good battle.
Owen Young is about to arrive on the scene for Carnew. John Doyle comes off. Carnew just probably going to try something a little bit different. John Doyle was probably put there as a marking job on John Henderson.
Yeah,
and to be fair, he's done it as well as anyone.
Yeah.
Long ball down the field, breaks. Carnew tried to get to it. Owen McCormack picks up the pieces, though there's 2 men inside. Martin O'Brien, brilliant play by O'Brien again, gets the ball at the second attempt and he's fouled. And it's right on the edge stuff from Martin O'Brien. Just got his hurt to that one. Brian Nesbitt is in behind him in all sorts of ways, but he's just playing. He's playing the margins and he's playing them very well at the minute. It's Bob Fitzgerald takes this free, launches it long down into the Aughrim sky. It's only 3 points in it. They're taking him down. Oh, brilliantly taken by John Doyle inside. Pops it back as far as Justin House. He gives the ball back to Tommy Collins. Collins tries to step inside, looks for a free, doesn't get it. He's going to be blown for over carrying. He takes another tackle. He needs support again. Bray have huge numbers there, but the ball breaks inside. Who has done? Someone has done something. Something has happened there that we missed, so be interesting to see. Yeah, there's a slap out of a hurl there. A slap out and a flick, and it's from Carnew being in a very good position. From Carnew being in a very good position now. They've given away a free there when they actually had players over there coming out of that ruck as well. Like, it was a silly
on, you know.
Silly thing to
Daddy
do.
will let this in all the way in.
A silly thing to do, a silly free to give away at the time we were on. As I said, it's a 3-point game. We spoke earlier about being in touch near the end of the game, and it's going to come right down on top of him from Conor McNally here now. He's about 40 yards out from his own goal. Central enough. Again, he goes high. It's a huge puck down the field. Pádraig Doran's under home McCormick. Oh, what a catch from Owen McCormick, but he's brilliantly blocked down. Ball is back out to Brian Nesbitt. Nesbitt takes on all comers though. Lovely style, lovely score. He flicks it high and flicks it over the bar. Just picked up the pieces there, but brilliant catch from McCormick in the beginning. Puck out was taken by Bob Fitzgerald. It's long down the field again, and Carnew look to come and try and find the score. They're going to need a goal now, I'd imagine, with the looks of things. John Henderson whips on the ball down the field. Brilliant whip by him. Ball goes down as far as Brian Nesbitt. His Tommy Collins is all over his case. It's a line ball to Bray, says Kieran Goff. And a bit of a pushing match there afterwards. Ian Keenan says play away. There's no need for that. Everyone is up, but everyone's going. 24 and a half minutes gone. Sideline cut from Dermot Masters, taken in by Davy Maloney. As it now, it's a heavy tussle again with him and Aaron Kinsta. It's gone over the line. It's a Carnew line ball. Scrappy play, but it's running down the clock for these Bray men. 4 points in it. 25 minutes gone. We've 5 to go plus injuries. We could have 7 or 8 minutes left in this one still. Be interesting to see how it goes.
Carnew are going to need a couple of scores now in the next few minutes if they stay in it though.
Adrian Myers cuts this one, doesn't go far, only goes as far as Dermot Masters, and looked to have his jersey. Oh, if that goes over, it's some score. I thought for a minute it was when it left his hurl, it was going over, but Bob Fitzgerald gratefully accepts and drills a huge puck. John Henderson is all over this one, you'd imagine. Oh, it's Carl Lacey gets his hurl to it, takes it away from John Doyle. Oh, Brian Nesbitt's in all sorts of space. The marking has gone a bit to pot for Carnew because Nesbitt eyes up his target. It goes high and it's gone over the bar, and 1-14 to Bray. It's 1-9 to Carnew. 5 points in it. The puck out's already taken. There's no time being wasted. Carnew just need to reset. Bray are in the ascendancy as they have been for almost 5 years now in this county. Line ball. I don't think that ball was out. I don't think that ball was anywhere near the line. Kieran Goff has made a bit of a boo-boo there because it's right underneath here. It's half a foot inside the line. So no, nowhere near the line. It's a Bray ball. He said it, but that's a big call, a big time from a linesman, but unfortunately it's a wrong one. 26 and a half minutes gone. Pádraig Doyle lines up this line ball, cuts it long down the well. There's justice, is that what they say? So it's a line ball to Carnew.
Collins wants to take this.
Ben McCormick is about to enter the fray for Bray. So if you're a Carnew back, it doesn't get any easier, no matter who's coming or going. It's Owen McCormick looks to be doing.
Coming off.
You have to imagine that's a big call because
that's an unusual one. I thought Owen McCormick has been probably the biggest threat up there all day.
Yeah, he's been very good under whatever type of ball goes in. He can. He's fast out in front.
Big important scores. Maybe they feel his.
Poor line ball again, going nowhere, but now it's a Bray ball again. Silly stuff there from Carnew, really. If a free puck at the ball, you take it. And that's a couple of line balls really have let us down today. They haven't been good. Our execution. Owen McCormick has gone Ben McCormick is in. It's Dermot Masterson to take this line ball. We've 2.5 minutes of normal time left. He takes it, drives it down the line. Tommy Collins is out in front, comes outside his man, takes a bit of a blow from David Maloney there. He needs to take his free.
David Maloney might pick up a card here for a little loose flick. There wasn't a whole lot in it, but I think he caught him on the hand.
He's on a yellow after that one. Yellow card, says Liam Keenan. Harry Dorn just replacing the ball. I think he might have got away with one there, if I'm honest. Goes short, gets the ball out as far as James McGing. McGing pops it back to Dorn. Dorn has a look, drives the ball long down the field, right in front of the goal. It's into the danger area. Lots of numbers from both sides back there. Ball breaks out. Kavanagh has it shot. Oh, flicked up off the hurl. There was a half block on it. Carnew look to get the goal that they need, but they're not going to get it in there. Bray cleared their lines. Well done by the Bray defence. Back out as far as Pádraig Dorn. Dorn takes the ball into contact with Luke Maloney. Falling with it, gets the ball to James McGing. McGing looks to fire one in. It's dangerous. It's dropping. It's right in front of the goal. It could go anywhere. John Henderson is in there. Bray have numbers back there. There's a huge ruck on the ball. All hands are looking. Penalty. Oh, it's a penalty. I couldn't really see what was going. I'd say that's what it's given for that Conor McNally lay on the ball. So it's a big call. He lay down. He jumps down on the ball. He jumps down on the ball, and Carnew have Bob Fitzgerald making the journey up the field. It's 114 to 1-9 in the Lightning Protection Ireland Senior Hurling Championship final. We have a penalty. We're into the 29th minute here. This would break it. If he can score a goal here, this will make it a 2-point game. It's actually a foul on the ball. He's probably right. A foul on the ball is probably a 21-yard free.
Well, Bob scored a penalty here against Kiltegan in the shootout at the end in the rain, but
it's a different proposition, I suppose, with that many in the line, but he has to go for it. Lifts, strikes, saved by Conor McNally and put over the bar. A good save by McNally. Probably a nice height for him, but tipped over the bar. It's a 4-point game here in Aughrim. 29
for Carnew. They need to get another one now and put themselves back in it, unless
29 and 3/4 minutes gone here. The puck out will be from Conor McNally. McNally goes long down the field. A huge puck from McNally right down into the half-back line. Again, it's a relief for them. It's gone off. It's a Carnew line ball. Tommy Collins goes out to get the ball at the Bray dugout. Pádraig Dorn looks to take. We'll have 3 more minutes. We're into the first one of those. We'll have 3 more minutes. There's 4 points in it. Ball is down the field here. Luke Maloney comes away with it, as he's done so many times for Bray in his 5 years, and it's out to Christy Morehouse. Space for Christy Morehouse now as he cuts inside Tommy Collins. It's a free given away by Tommy Collins. Looked like Christy had probably came back into him favourably, but he still gave away the free.
Christy came back in looking for exactly that. Tommy just needed to have the arm a little lower. Christy could have kept going into space there. He was out ahead of him, but Christy knew the free was coming.
Chance for Christy Morehouse to put 5 points between the teams here. We're already a minute of the 3 in. It looks like history is about to be made here in Aughrim in Echelon Park as Christy drills this one high and over the bar. It's 115 to Bray, it's 110 to Carnew. The drive for 5 is well and truly on. The drive for 5 is almost there. It's Pádraig Doyle gets this ball, lashes it down the line in as far as Brian Nesbitt. Nesbitt takes the ball past Tommy Collins and he's gone away from Tommy Collins. Collins tries to keep after him, but Nesbitt is away. Martin O'Brien comes out to meet him, leaves Ben McCormick at the back post. Bob Fitzgerald comes out to him, just missed his pick. Brilliant save on the line by Martin O'Brien. Huge moment there as O'Brien got back on his line, saved the ball, gives the ball to Pádraig Dorn. Dorn wins a free out. Could have been another huge moment there, but it's Martin O'Brien back there in the firing line again. Long ball down the field, finds Justin House. House turns and runs at the Bray defence, gets inside, little hand pass inside as far as Aaron Kinsley. He gets the ball out to John Doyle Jr. The Bray defence just hold him up, almost a choke tackle, but that's the
Maloney was,
he's probably
cynical, call it what you want, but you're doing the same yourself.
All day long. It's the right tackle at the right time for there, so
it was great defending at the other end. Martin had to come and Bob went as well, and Martin got back to the line. way too low going home.
It's a free into Carnew here. Owen Kavanagh lines this one up. He's obviously going for the goal. Drills this one again. It's straight at Conor McNally. McNally saves, no problem. The goalie gets the ball out. Owen Kavanagh comes out, goes to ground. He's two men around him looking for a free. He's not going to get one. Wayne Kinsey just fires the ball across the squares. Anywhere over there now. Ball breaks in. It's loose. It's Bray that get the foot to it and come away. It's out into the hands of Paddy McGing. McGing steps, twists and turns again. There's huge numbers, huge volume back there. Shots
What a goal.
what a goal from Dan Redmond. Redmond blasts the ball to the net. What a strike. It's 1:15 to 2:10. It's a 2-point game. We're into injury time is up. It depends on Liam Keenan now what he is going to play here today, but Carnew have brought Bray right down to brass tacks here. Is there one more play in it? Time is actually up.
That was a fantastic finish from Dan Redmond at an impossible angle. Under serious pressure. Well done to him.
A long puck down the field. There might be one more play. A ball, it's the break, it's the possession, and it's gone as far as Ben McCormick. He's tackled there by Tommy Collins. Collins comes out with the ball. Carnew need the ball down the field. He needs help. Gets a loose looking hand pass away, and it comes as far as Brian Nesbitt. Nesbitt has a look up, fires the ball right out into the corner. The right thing to do. It's a foot race with Christy Morehouse, Colin McRae. Morehouse is there, and the final whistle has gone. Bray have done 5 in a row. A brilliant finish to the game. It has to be said, a gallant Carnew team kept them honest the whole way, but what a team this Bray team are. You have to give it to them, Billy. You know, they have the bench, they have everything, they have the hurlers. A fantastic outfit and fully deserving it is 5 in a row, to be fair.
Yeah, it was a superb performance. Fair play to Carnew. Absolutely brought them right to the wire on it. It's a tough defeat for them, but Bray just seemed a bit more comfortable. Have the scores. Owen McCormick clipping over all the crucial points that he got under pressure, and taking the goal in the first minute when it came to.
Big scores at big times. He's a huge man for those plays in games at those times, to be fair. And as we see, the Bray support looking to get in on the field here. It was probably a nervy last few minutes. Carnew would have had their chances, but all in all, I'd say Bray is wide count and a couple of one-on-ones, and that they could have been further ahead as well.
Bob Fitz made 2 good saves in the first half, and Martin O'Brien got one on the line there at the end. So you'd have to say Bray are the strongest team in the county, and we're all aware of that. Carnew, as I say, battled really bravely today, but just came up short again. The ruck balls and those kind of coming out, just Bray seemed to win the majority of those little battles around the field. Ronan McMahon was superb in them today. I don't know how many balls he got up in tight spaces and came out with, and then get the freeze, and you have someone like Christy Morehouse hitting them.
Yeah, you have your chance all day, and as we said, you have John Henderson mopping up at the back. I find it funny that every time you go and after a match and talk to anyone about Bray playing, they're saying, why don't they put someone on John Henderson? Which everyone does put someone on him. He's just that good. He's able to find that space.
John Doyle went on him today and did a good job, but every time the ball hit the deck in the Bray half back line, John Henderson was either under it or close enough for the hand pass when it came out. So he's just a vital cog in that Bray machine.
Yeah, look, we're going to stay live for the presentation and all here. A fantastic victory by Bray and a fantastic game of hurling, to give credit to both sides. It's Bray have won by 2 points here. The Lightning Protection Ireland Senior Hurling Final for 2023. It's Carnew Emmets 2-10, Bray Emmets 1-15. A 2-point victory, a late goal for Carnew, making a little bit nervous for the Bray men, but a huge victory, 5 in a row, and a huge well done to them on making history today here in Echelon Park in Aughrim. As we said, we'll stay live for the presentation. Thanks to everyone for looking in, and we'll see you next week with the football.
I guess guess I see you somewhere around. Oh, I guess I see you somewhere around.
Wicklow here today. For the first presentation, I want to call on the referee today who had an excellent game, Keenan, to come forward. Well done, Liam. To Carnew, today wasn't your day. Unfortunately, today you only lost the match. 2 weeks ago, you lost a major part of your club, a huge, huge void within your parish as well. To Pádraig and to the extended family, we're all behind you to support you from here on in. To our sponsors today, Light and Protection Ireland, we thank them for the sponsorship throughout the Hurling Championship. To the CCC, who run our competitions, who do Trojan work throughout the year, keeping the games played under difficulty with weather. To the stewards here in Aughrim, I want to thank each and every one of you who has given Trojan work throughout the year and been here on every weekend. Thank you very much. To the CE staff and the staff here in Aughrim, this here opens up every weekend. Johnny Dunn, Johnny Murphy, Martin Fitzgerald. Only this morning, Martin came in here to roll that field after yesterday. The amount of work that goes in here to keep our pitch in order for every game of the weekend is unreal. Thank you very much, lads. To Bray Emmets, you have achieved something today that no other club in Wicklow have done. You have reached 5 in a row in the Senior Hurling Championship. Well done. I have no doubt you will go on to represent the county well, as you did last year, winning the Leinster Intermediate Hurling Championship. And the very best of luck to you in this year ahead. Without further ado, I'm going to call on your Aughrim to come up and join me here. He's a good friend of mine, and this year is the Aughrim of the county. I'd like Jackie to come up here along with us, and then we'll call on Mark Lennon as the captain. If Mark could make his way up as well. Jackie has given charge and work to the Bray Emmets club, and no doubt, I have no doubt that Jackie will honour this prestige award. Come on up, Jackie. As there's no one here today from Lightning Protection, I'm going to ask Jackie to present the cup to his clubman.
This is a huge honour, and I thank the Carnew of the County Board for asking me to do this. It's a big privilege. Kerry didn't do it, Kilkenny didn't do it, but Bray Emmets did do it. And before I present the cup to Mark, Mark has done something that no other captain has done. He's been captain through the 5 times. Marky, congratulations to Carnew. They gave it to us fairly hard, as I knew they would, and the future is bright, because we had 10 minor teams competing in the minor championship, and I was at the minor final yesterday, and it was a wonderful game, and we were on the wrong end of it yesterday. Carnew won, so the future is bright. Again, thank you very much to Damien for allowing me to present the cup on this historic occasion to our captain, Mark Lennon.
Jackie is not finished.
I may have forgot something, but in 2013, the Carnew of the County Board at the time, Martin Coleman, asked me to present the minor cup to none other than Mark Lennon.
No, thanks for that, Jackie. I'm under a bit of pressure now after all that. But first of all, before I even talk about today, I'd like to acknowledge Carnew. Obviously, he's had a very tragic loss there at the Bear. A man who I've grown up obviously playing against Podge on the side of the pitch. He was a top class man, very passionate about his club, not only his club, his county and the local area. So obviously, pouring to you, your family, and all of Carnew, on behalf of Bray Emmets, we'd like to send our sincerest condolences. So thanks, and sorry obviously for your loss. Then moving on to the game, lads, Carnew, we knew you were going to put up a serious battle there, and you showed that in the last 10 minutes. To get that goal, we were shitting ourselves, sorry for cursing, the last 5 minutes there. Nesbitt should have taken us point, but your luck was saying up. But look, lads, you've done great work to get to the final, and you are so close. I tell you, once you win the first, it's very hard to stop the winning momentum. So look, I know you will be back. He's had a great minor team there yesterday. So make sure they keep coming up through the club. But best of luck for the next year, and 3 cheers for Carnew. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. Now for the rest of it, sorry. Obviously, we'd just like to thank the championship sponsors, Lightning. Obviously, they can't be here now, unfortunately, and County Board for putting on such a great competition. Then we'd like to move on to Liam Keenan as officials. Lads, we couldn't have asked for a better game. You let us hurl when we wanted to hurl, and you pulled it up when it was needed. So big thanks to Liam as officials for a great game there. With regards to Bray Emmets, I'd like to thank our sponsors. Main sponsor of the year would have been Carn Build. So Derek, massive thanks for everything you do for us. Then we had a great sponsorship from Martello, Buckley School of Motoring, and Bride AV. So big thanks to all the companies who got behind us. Much appreciated. To our families, look, we can be narky pricks at times now, and especially when we have our bad days. So yous are always there for us. So big thanks to all our families, mothers, sisters, whoever you are, or big thanks to you as well. Nearly there, don't worry. Lovely. Management. Obviously we have two physios there, Ado and Cameron. Look, yous have kept us all fit, ready to go. So look, a big thanks to the two boys. Then we have Doug's and Ronan, who are selectors. Big class, always in Carly's ear. And then Jack, wherever you are. We freed you up, thank God. But Jack, look, you're top class. The lads all trusted you. Look, you got us nice and fit, and hopefully we can progress now for Leinster. Skippy, you're like the mammy of the team. You have everything organised for us. You're our own Brendan Grace. So big thanks to Skippy for all the organising you do. He does untold work. Lastly, management-wise, you've probably seen him on TV there last week. In this postman gear, he looks shite, but I say nothing. Carly, look, Carly has brought an untold amount of confidence within this squad. And look, we had 24 lads there, but we have probably 36, 37 lads of training, which you don't see. So look, Carly, a big thanks for all the organising you've done. It's been a great 5 out of the 6 years. We'll say nothing about the first again. But look, Carly, big thanks for all the work you do. There's one special man, and he's right in the thick of it down there. You'll never not see him with a smile on his face, and his name is Martin Rosny. We'd like to say a big thanks on behalf of the squad. He's at every training session, probably more than Jackie Morehouse, especially on a Saturday morning. But a big thanks to Marty. You're a great man, thank you. And lastly, you'll all be happy to hear, just obviously the team, look, the team we have there is something special, at the bond especially. To go win 4 in a row was top class, win Leinster last year, but we just showed we had the hunger to do it 5 in a row. And that's the best squad anyone can be a part of. So just a big thanks to all the lads for all the effort that they put out through the year. Lastly, we're all going to the clubhouse for a few pints, so we'll all be happy to see us down there. So big thanks for everyone coming. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Now we have one more award, and it's the Mixed Senate Man of the Match Award. And that goes to Owen McCormack.